Welcome back. In the previous two videos, we're going to the recap right now. So everyone, before reading any further, be careful with spoilers if you didn't read this issue yet, or if you didn't watch the previous two videos. That will be put in a playlist that I'll link down below, where this video eventually will end up as well. So Tales from the Past 35. It's called once again The Flash of Two Worlds. For those of you who don't know, after once we split in multiple parts, there will be a recap. In this case, it's nothing different. In the previous issues, or in the previous chapters or fragments, we saw Barry Allen start in Central City, performing a rope trick in front of children at an, let's say, community center for orphan children or sick children. And he vibrated at the same frequency as the second Earth, in this case Earth 2. His Earth will be called Earth Prime in current day. And once he ended up there, he realized that there are some differences, and that Central City isn't in the same place. It's called Keystone City, and he eventually he discovers that Jay Garrick actually exists on this world, and it was a funny coincidence as well, because he was about to come out of retirement because there were some unknown robberies that we're going to discuss right here, and that's so in the previous chapter, they basically were some robberies. The first of a series of unusual thefts. So first the Keystone City Bank money leaped from the tellers, cash drawers, and disappeared. You can put it a little bit closer. The second strange robbery took place at noon in Carmoy's Jewel Saloon, when the blackness descended over everything. And when the pal lifted the most valuable gems in the store, the gems were gone, and an armored bank car crashed into a stone wall, and somebody broke in and looted it. So this is the reason for them to team up. In the previous issue, here's some ads from the previous pages. So we're now at who the villains are, as you see here. Unknown to either of the Flashes, in a magnificent room filled with stolen treasures sit three men: the Thinker, the Fiddler, is over there, and Richard Swift, the Shade. All of them have different powers, and the Thinker has he kind of thinks faster than other guys, and makes people could potentially outsmart people. The Fiddler is good with his as you see, the violin. He's good with music and could use to manipulate his surroundings. And then you have Richard Swift, the Shade, the gentleman archetype of enemy, who has a thing for the supernatural and the more older art forms, and ancient art history. So and he has the power to manipulate shadows due to his connection to the Shadowlands. So they return to Keystone City and join forces. First you are Fiddler, to carry on where we left off, to rob and loot, and if luck's with us, to destroy our arch enemy, the Flash. So the Thinker claps his hands over an odd metal helmet or hat. It's just possible the Flash will come out of retirement to try and stop us. With this thinking cap, which can cause anything, I think, to happen. So that's one of his powers. Within 50 yards, I'm well armed to defeat him. The Fiddler, that's his Stradivarius. I was thinking of the band. More than a dozen years have passed since we saw the Flash. Now that I've improved my fiddle, I'll make myself rich and overcome Flash at the same time. While in Jill, we heard nothing about him, but I hope now he hears about us. And the Shade touches the unique cane, which is invention, which is his own invention, and chuckles. I also improved on my cane here, which makes absolute darkness for me. I think, fellow conspirators, we are ready for every trick the Flash might have. We can go in one. We can go in one better. So yeah, that's where we are now. So the team up of villains, some known, some a little bit unknown. The Thinker claps the metal cap on his head. I'm off now, so they all part ways. He's going to steal the Neptune Cup from millionaire Edward Davis. You're not going to wear your thinking cap in public. You don't see the thinking cap now, do you? Just an ordinary fedora. That's because I'll place a mental command on whoever notices me to see only such a hat. And yeah, the Fiddler is a stroke genius. And yeah, the Fiddler goes to the Keystone Museum to steal the European crown jewels. And Jade, Roger Swift in his typical gentlemanly fashion and history buff, he's going to waterfront where a collection of historical curios worth curios worth millions of dollars lies waiting for his fingertips in this case. And yeah, Jay Garrick switched to the Flash uniform and he dresses up, and even the Flash is excited to work with his boyhood hero. So they part ways in the Jarvis, and they enter. The Thinker ends in the Jarvis estate, and he planned everything, thinking one step ahead. And what happens here is, mentally dominating the watchdogs. The Thinker projects an image of the Flash and issues a command. And and he tells him that when this man appears, attack him, tell him what's happening inside the house. And the Thinker, makes it to Jar's mansion. Please come in, sir. And the mental powers take over his butler. And he tells him that you're here to steal the Neptune Cup. Pleasure, sir, to be robbed by you. Allow me to show you where the cup is. And he stays there to admire it, and he manipulated the dogs. Stealing the Neptune Cup. Wait, the Thinker's inside the house stealing the Neptune Cup. Huh? He just thinking that those dogs talking, especially about the Thinker. But yeah, he runs inside. But turned out he's about to get his hands on the criminal, but and he tells me to go back to jail. Hello, Flash. Were you saying about catching me? What? How did you slip through my fingers? I'm not as fast as I once was. Got you this time. I can understand. I must have slowed down or something. But he's using this trick to tire the Flash out. In this case, the Crimson Comet, Jay Garrick, and he has to take a rest. And he has no choice but to rest. Since you admitted, Flash, I'll make my real appearance from this closet. Those other Thinkers you saw were mental mirages. It was so much fun to see you knock yourself out trying to catch them. Smart guy. I decided to let you live, so you can furnish me with more amusement at a later date. Now that I've had my fun and my Neptune Cup, I'll bid you farewell. And he tries to get after him, but he's too excited and bikes out. And meanwhile the Flash is about to come in contact with Richard Swift, the Shade. In the captain's cabin, my special contact lenses enable me to see in this deep darkness. This is the last of the historical curios, which are valued at over $5 million. And Flash decides to get rid of the darkness, runs in, creates a tornado to get rid of the power of the Shadowlands, but the Shade's already, Richard Swift is already making a run for it, in this case a boat ride for it. And he decides to run, Barry Allen, the scarred speedster, decides to run after him across the waves. from his cane, thick black streams of utter darkness shoot forth, and basically knock him out. Hey, mixed oil of darkness, making the water so slippery. I can't stand up. And with that, you can't run at the same speed to keep floating on the waves. So also Richard Swift makes his escape, and sometime later in the Garrick house, Barry arrives and hey, there you are, Jay. I'm afraid I've got to report failure at the shade, and he got away. Much as I regret it, Barry, the same happened to me against the Thinker. These archfiends have come up with improved techniques. It won't be as easy to stop them as I thought. Then why don't we work together as a team? We ought to be twice as effective that way. Together, New Flash. So Scarlet Speedster and Crimson Comet streak out to take up the challenges of the super criminals, uniting as a duo for the first time. And here, but unknown to the Flash, starting a surprise awaits them when they come to grips with the last of the villains trio, the Fiddler, who has a few tricks up his violin. So the whirlwind action starts on the following pages. I have a bunch of ads that are not even worth trying. We save it for another time. So yeah, those were the villains and their powers. And yeah, the first appearance, one of the not my favorite appearance of the Shade, but the close second. Till then, see you guys in the next video. So we're going to part, I think part 4 or part 3. What the heck? We'll see. This is part 3 anyway. Talk to you guys later. Peace.